Big tech, big government, big media, all colluding to keep valuable information from we the people. And of course, John, we know the consequences of all this are that Joe Biden became president, and we have 41-year high inflation, a border that's no longer a border, rampant crime, and all the other problems we see with this administration, not least of which is the FBI has been weaponized against we the people and is no longer treating Americans equally under the law.
Kind of a big deal, no? Joining me now, Congressman Tom McClintock, Congressman from California. Also, more importantly for our discussion today, sits on the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, I say it all the time. There's nothing. I realize there are big issues, inflation, gas prices. I know these things matter, the border. There's nothing more dangerous going on in this country than what's happening within the walls of the FBI. What can we do about it?
Well, turn over the rock and see what's underneath, and that's what House Republicans begin doing on January the 3rd. I mean, there's now overwhelming evidence that the Justice Department, the agency that we give terrifying powers to, was using its power and authority to tamper with the 2016 and 2020 elections. They were up to their eyeballs in marketing the Russia collusion hoax, and now we learn they actively worked to suppress the New York Post story, which painted a devastating picture of longtime Biden family influence peddling, from which Joe Biden was not only involved but was benefiting from. This is shocking. This is the embryo of a police state within the agencies that have the power to destroy people's lives, intimidate parents trying to go to school board meetings. We've got to get to the bottom of it, or we will lose our freedom. There's no question of that.
No question about it. I love hearing you speak like that because it is so true. All right, I'm not naive. I don't just want to throw firebombs. I know we don't have the presidency. I know we don't have the Senate. We have a slim majority in the House. Realistically, I don't want to boost people's expectations. What can we do once these hearings start and the FBI starts doing what they always do? Well, I can't comment on an ongoing investigation. What can we do after they do that? Because we all know that's coming.
Well, Louis Brandeis said that sunlight is the best of disinfectants. I do think we're going to be able to turn over a lot of rocks and watch what crawls out from under them. But in addition to that, we have the power of the purse. All spending bills originate in the House of Representatives. Not a single dollar can be spent by this government without the House of Representatives saying it can be spent. That gives us a significant amount of leverage in conducting the oversight that is so desperately needed.
Congressman, okay, that's the FBI, DOJ. I'm glad you're all over that. What other investigations can we expect? Every time you turn on the television, someone is demanding something else be investigated. Let's be honest, there's a lot that should be investigated at this point. But what's realistic? What are we going to see?
Well, first and foremost, my preference would be we spend about 80% of our time and energy on policy, to secure the borders, to get our finances back under control. These are mortal perils to our country that have been set in motion by this administration. History is warning us that a country that either cannot or will not secure its borders simply isn't around very long. And a country that bankrupts itself also is not around very long, because before you can provide for the common defense or promote the general welfare, you have to be able to pay for them, and the ability of our country to do so is coming into grave question. So first and foremost, we've got to attend the policy matters. But there are also crucial questions involving the future of our country that have to be answered. We've talked about one, the embryo of a police state growing within our Justice Department. I think also a top priority has to be given to the origins of COVID and the effect of the lockdowns. We need to find out exactly how this disease was unleashed on the world that claimed millions of lives. And investigate the lockdowns and the damage that they did to people's livelihoods and people's lives. We've seen a huge uptick during the lockdowns of deaths due to suicide, alcohol and drug-related deaths, deaths due to delayed health screenings and delayed health treatments. So I think that is also a top priority. And then finally, We need to get to the bottom of what the Biden family was doing, influence peddling all those years. Evidence that was clearly laid out not only in the Hunter Biden laptop, but in so many corroborating witnesses who have since stepped forward.